Good morning, everybody. Hi, Carol and Lizzie. Thanks for being here. Look at what Carol said. Let's get revealing to 75, 1,000. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. But oh my goodness, how exciting it is. I hope you're all doing well. I have a lot of fun things for everybody. Let's say hi to people. Hi, Lisa. I hope you're all having a great Sunday morning. The chat's kind of quiet this morning. Hi, Vicky. Thanks for being here. Hi, Ivy of House Park and Margaret. Hi, Mick Meow. This is going to be a good one. I have a funny segment coming up that I was reflecting on before we get started. I mean, towards the end, after we talk about that ridiculous World Mental Health Day host. It's gonna be wild. Hi, Teaspoon and Steve. Thanks for being here. Hi, Baslin. Hi, Arrow. Thank you, everybody. Before we get right into it, just a couple of announcements. I would like to ask that all of you, in lieu of super chats and super stickers, that you would consider donating to the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Their information is here on the screen if you need to reach out to them. I really hope that you don't. But if you do, you can see that you can call them, you can chat with them, and text with them. And I think it's just a great organization. Unfortunately, the topic that we talk about on this channel leads to some bad situations, right? So I want to be able to give back, and I know that our community is really, really so good at giving back. So that's the first announcement. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. I appreciate that. It's weird because no one has ever said they like my voice before. So I don't know if there's something that happens in the wires that, like, once it gets on YouTube, my voice somehow changes. I don't know, but I appreciate that. I'm glad. I'm glad that you like it. Thank you, McMeow. And I will tell you, this idea came straight from the Sidleys. In fact, I texted them and I asked them if it would be okay if I stole their idea. So I really love that they give back, and I definitely want to be able to give back. And I love that we have a community of generous people that also love to help others. It makes us recognize, or it helps us recognize that this is so much bigger than we are, right? There's a purpose to the videos that I make. There's a purpose and there's a reason why you all watch them. And I think if we keep that in mind, it it really helps us navigate through Megan's shenanigans. Yeah, the shenanigans is the best way to say it. Oh, thank you, Jana. Jana's reminding everyone to please hit the thumbs up. If you could, I would appreciate that greatly. Good morning, oh lemon. My second announcement is that I'm going to end this show in about 45 minutes. And that's because I'm going to be joining Royal Daily Tea on her channel, and we're going to do a live at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you could all join us there, let's keep this party going. It'll continue right on Royal Daily Tea's channel. So I would love it if you could all join me over there too. Yep, back to back lives. And I figure, we can end a little bit early for this one so that we all get a second to refresh, maybe grab a cup of coffee. I don't know. I have an espresso, and I still haven't figured out how it works exactly, because I'll put the pot in and I'll press the button, but it won't work. Like, I have to give it time to warm up, I feel, even when it's been on already. So right before this live started, I pressed the button to get it to start and it didn't start. So it may, I noticed it did this last time. It just out of nowhere recognized 10 minutes later that the um coffee started again, so you may and it's loud. So I apologize in advance. Uh, Andre is asking, do I think Harry still loves Catherine? Oh goodness, that's a so Andre, are you asking in like a romantic sense or as I mean they were so close, like sisters, I mean like brother and sister, right? It's very I feel it's so heartbreaking to really think about that relationship and how much Catherine really adored him and I think really brought balance into his life. Andre is asking in romantically. I don't know. I don't know. I He definitely looks back very positively on his time with Chelsea Davy, right? We've had lots of sources say that. And if it's not a romantic love that he feels toward her, he's definitely, in my opinion, um, thinking about the time that he did have with her. I did a video recently and I spoke specifically about Chelsea Davy because what happens a lot when you're in these types of relationships, you don't recognize it, but you feel so trapped that you go back in time and start remembering, what you call the good old days, right? Because you were a different person back then and you had freedom back then. One example I'll give you all, and this is one that stuck with me. When I was with my ex husband, I didn't know that I was in a narcissistic relationship. Like, I didn't know he was a narcissist until after we separated the last time. And we were renting a home, and it was a very nice home. And a couple of streets over, there was an apartment complex, and it was a kind of an older complex. And the reason I mentioned that is because if you look just on the surface, the place I lived was beautiful, and the apartment complex was, I would say, average, right? And I mention that because we would drive by and I would see that there was a lady sitting on her porch and there was always a cat there. And I remember thinking, wow, she must be so happy. So, of course, what I'm talking about is not something that happened in my past, but I was romanticizing seeing this woman enjoying being outside, having her cat with her. So, the reason I'm mentioning the difference in the physical appearance of the home because it's not that it had to do with money or wealth or a more beautiful place. It wasn't that. It was that this person looked like they had happiness and I didn't feel I had happiness despite my circumstances. So I think that's probably what Harry is doing, looking back on the memory of freedom, the memory of happiness. Um, Oh, allegedly Taro said something. I'm sorry if I missed what you said, allegedly Taro, but if anyone is saying some hard, sharing hard circumstances, I'm sending you big hugs, and I'm sorry that I missed it in the chat. How did I find out? Taro, you're not going to believe this. So I remember I had been in therapy, for a long time. I mean, I'm still in therapy. Oh, by the way, one of the funniest comments I got on one of my videos early on was, "You need to be in therapy." And my first thought was, "Who does it?" Like, we all need someone that will validate us and listen to us. But the way that I found out, I remember I was actually driving away. My car was packed with my stuff. I had just left. I was driving to my family's house. That's where I moved immediately after my separation. And my therapist said to me, he's a narcissist, right? And it was like, what? I had no idea. And I started dating, our relationship started in 2009 and we separated 2 or 3 days before the stay-at-home orders for COVID. So that's how I found out, and then through my separation process and separation healing, I reached out to his first wife. And I did that because I had stepchildren that was the result of his first marriage. I wanted to be able to still have a relationship with the children because I mean, I love them. I saw them grow up. And she also said, he's a narcissist. And I was like, what? I wasn't the one to bring that up to her. She told me. And then we joked and said, in 10 years we're gonna have a third member to our club, because the cycle continues, and I've always said that I know whoever he's with after me, they're gonna be amazing because that's who he chooses. Like, I'm never gonna look back or like find out he's dating someone and not, I don't wanna say intimidated, but not, I don't know how to describe it, but it's whoever he's with is always gonna be an amazing woman, and I'm always gonna look at her, with empathy because I know that he never, in fact, it's so wild to me, the last days that I was with him, he was very, very cruel, and I remember I was talking about I was saying to him, we were watching TV, and I was like, "It's so hard for me to watch this because I have so much empathy," and he looked at me and he was like, "You don't have any empathy. I'm the one that has empathy." And I'm like, "Dude, no. I know I have empathy." But now that I left and I look back on his behavior and how he treated people and animals, and you just look back on it and you're like, "No, this guy had a mean streak. He was capable of cruelty." And yeah, so let me see. That was a long-winded answer. CWS says, "If any good comes of the debacle, it's yes, exactly, exactly." So whenever I talk about Megan, I have to simplify it too, right? Because I know a lot of people are like, "Well, what if Harry's a narcissist? And what if Harry's parents were narcissists?" And well, they say King Charles perhaps could be a narcissist, but in order to explain it and to apply it to our lives, we have to take the as many variables out as possible. So that's why a lot of my videos really focus on Megan, how Megan is treating people, and what impact that has on somebody else. And definitely, I feel I look at Megan as uh, a walking teachable moment, like a complete walking teachable moment. Yeah. Your ex is on his 4th awesome journey said. Yeah. It's oh, you escaped before the wedding teaspoon. That's great. That's great. You're able to escape. Oh, allegedly says my ex is on his 3rd and she's a narcissist too. Wild. Wow. Wow. Missy says, "Glad I'm single. I sometimes wished I had someone, but after hearing this, no thanks, not worth it." It's all about really getting to know somebody, not rushing into anything, because a lot of times these narcissists, they or any one of these like cluster B personalities and also online scammers, they want to push you into a commitment quick. So just be careful of that. You know, be careful what you tell them about your hopes and dreams because they will future fake and make you fall in love with what they are promising as their future. Perfect example is Harry and Meghan. Megan showed up at his doorstep at a time when he had just left the military. I think Prince George had maybe Prince George and Princess Charlotte had been born, and he didn't know what he was going to do. He was getting further and further down in the line of succession. He was at a crossroads. He was at a fork in the road, and Megan knew that. Megan knew he didn't know which way to go. So what did Megan do? "Oh, we are gonna go to Africa. See these videos of me in Rwanda? I love going over there. Oh, on our 3rd date, you wanna go to Botswana? Yes, let's go. I love it. And I'm just gonna pack this tiny suitcase." So it's These are all the lessons that we're learning play out on the public stage. And luckily, we even have Harry's own words. Now, I know that Meghan heavily edited and was heavily involved in, likely and allegedly, in the writing of Spare. But in order to simplify it, we take it as face value, and there's a lot of lessons we can learn um, to in that. So sorry, I got. Do you have a video recap of my relationship? Um, when I left, I like canceled my Facebook and started a new one. And then when you don't log into Facebook for a while, I think it just deletes it. So all my pictures and all of that stuff, I I don't really have. It might be on the cloud somewhere. The only footage I think that is the is the one that's the most important, and I'm pretty sure I have it if I look for it, is my dad at my wedding. That's really the only one, but I really don't. Oh, Sandra's here. Hi, Sandra. Oh, there she is. Hi, Sandra. Yep, a case study for sure. Yeah, agreed, allegedly. There's no way Catherine thought of H in a romantic way, but I think she really did see him as a brother figure. I don't know, you look at video footage and how lovely the 3 of them look together, right? And even when Chelsea was there, how lovely they all looked together, how happy Chelsea and Catherine used to look walking around, right? Yes, Gigi, we do all have narcissistic traits, and we're all on the spectrum of, we all have that spectrum of being on having narcissistic traits, but being full blown narcissist or cluster B is a whole other level. Now, people that have grown up around narcissists, which I did, I feel that because of all of the people pleasing and feeling like I was always walking through landmines and just always cautious, I was on the less narcissist, like very what's the word I'm looking for, people pleasing. So I feel that along this healing journey, it's starting to recognize that it's okay to do things for yourself. It's okay to put yourself first. You can't pour, is that the saying? You can't pour from an empty cup. In an airplane, they always tell you, put your mask on first, because if you don't put your mask on first and you pass out, you can't help anybody else. So there's a learning curve that also comes when you've been around narcissists and recognizing that, you need to take care of yourself too. Okay, everyone, I'm sorry. I'm going to jump into that video clip and about World Mental Health Day. I want to talk with all of you about why I think it's really weird, and I want to find out from all of you why you think it's really weird. So let me hide that comment. Okay. So this is the clip, and Megan posted this. Clearly she's wearing the outfit that she wore on what night was that? I lose, was it Thursday night? I don't remember. And I mean, as always, Megan is center frame, even though this is supposed to be a dedication to her husband, right? We'll talk about the appropriateness of the footage also going along with this happy World Mental Health Day. But as usual, if we let's clip that out. Let's say this was a Valentine's post, it totally could be. It's supposed to be a dedication to her husband, but at the end, here, I put these 2 together. If you wait till the very end, he's not even in the clip. The last set, look, he's not even there at the end. She's full frame. She's in the center. Oh my goodness. I just can't. I just can't. So here it is again. Is that a chaps yeah, that's like a lipstick that she's putting away. Someone noticed that there were 3 glasses of water, it seems. So they were saying maybe Marcus is the one that's filming it. Do you think that actually that just I'm wondering, do you guys think Marcus filmed this? And if Marcus filmed it, was he given an instruction to make Megan the center, or did he just voluntarily put Megan center? Yes, the video is so fake. It's so fake. Um, Hi, Julianne and Kristen. A lot of people are saying the video isn't real. And I had posted so when I posted this one, I saw a lot of people saying, "That's AI, that's AI," and I'm like, "No, it's not." Like, I know that it looks like there's a line of delineation, and that's because I cropped and put 2 videos together, and I should have been more clear about that, but I realize now that's what people are asking, is the actual footage, is this AI? Because a lot of people are like, "Harry has a lot of hair." And I wonder now what Harry's reading is the speech that he's gonna give when they go on stage. And what odd behavior, if this is before they go on stage, how much this contrasts with him not introducing Megan on stage. Pinky says it looks like AI because they look happy. Yeah, so this I can see that too. It's really weird that Harry clearly was he couldn't even look at her while they were on the carpet, and he also didn't introduce her when he went up to give his speech and it was her turn. He always seems to introduce her. It's very similar to similar behavior also to the Kevin Costner incident where Megan came up to him. I need to do a video about this where Megan came up to him and Harry looked at her and he said, "Hi, hi, 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 hi." He was dismissive. He said it like that, in my opinion, because he was like, "Okay, move it along. I need to get on this." A lot of people are saying, "Yeah, it looks like it's an AI video. It must be fake." Harry smiling, Steve says. Lizzie says it looks performative. Absolutely. I also did a clip zooming in on Megan, and actually, look, she will look at the camera. Did you see that? It's a split second, and the black and white hides it. Here we go. Look, she looks to make sure the is it recording? Did you get my good side? Am I laughing good enough? It's such a fake laugh too, like, it's just in the muscles. Oh my goodness, Megan. Okay, so now let's get into the the mismatch, right? Because that's what we're seeing here. There's a mismatch between the sentiment of World Mental Health Day and turning this into a Valentine's Day type video, right? There's a big difference between talking about mental health and then using mental health to decorate your brand. And this is, I think, what we're actually seeing here. She has turned mental health World Mental Health Day, which my assumption is supposed to be about awareness, compassion, reflection, reminding people that they're not alone. Yet she's over here trying to be glamorous, laughing, and romantic. It's completely devoid of empathy, completely lacking in self awareness. It shows that she has absolutely no idea yes, tone deaf. That is the perfect way to say it. The awesome journey is completely tone deaf. Just a Jen says, "Do fillers work that quickly?" Yes, they do. They as soon as they inject them, they're in place, and, sometimes maybe there's a little bit of inflammation, but it goes away pretty quickly. Like, maybe for 24 hours, not even that, I think, but they're very quick. There was something I was gonna say. Okay, so I've started watching the show The Rules of Engagement. I don't know if any of you have seen that show, but David Spade is in it, and so is Putty from Seinfeld. In the episode I was watching yesterday, David Spade's character wanted he's kind of I don't know, a playboy? I don't know. That's David Spade's character, just dating tons of women all at the same time. And there was a woman that he wanted to be with, and this woman was the head of a charity. So he had no idea what the charity was or whatever. So he pretended to be interested in the cause. So it's really funny. So he ends up there's a foundation, there's a dinner, and he invites all his friends and he asks them to pretend that they're interested in the cause, yet he doesn't know what the cause is. When it's time for that woman that David Spade is interested in to give the welcoming speech for the foundation, she invites David Spade to be the one talking. Because he has no idea what it's about, he starts like randomly weaving in different causes to see which one gets the attention or the reaction from the audience. So he'll say something like, and all of this really opened my desire to care for the environment. And then there's no reaction. And then he throws up something else. So, one of his friends in the audience starts mouthing to him that it was about literacy, that the cause was about literacy, but he heard leprosy. So he starts talking about leprosy. And all of this to say, this is like Megan. She's completely lost the message, the purpose of what she's doing. She's backstage, ready to give a speech where she is event I don't know exactly when she was awarded the World Humanitarian or Humanitarian of the Year, and this is this is how she's acting. Yeah, there's something totally fake about this clip, CWS says. Yeah, the glare he gave her, exactly. Exactly, really weird. Really weird. I'm thinking it's a short in the making, Carol says. Yeah, definitely. I also need to go back and actually watch the speech and zoom in on Megan's face. I want to see at what moments when Harry said something that Megan didn't like it. So that's something I need to do as well. And actually, I'm going to make a full video about this clip and I'm going to tie it to things that we all may have experienced because ultimately that's the goal. Like when have we seen someone use a cause and manipulate it to their advantage, manipulate it to share their brand and all that? Yeah, why would you film yourself backstage and post it later? Yeah, why not post it live just like she filmed herself driving through the streets of Paris? Frightening behavior, Penelope says. Absolutely, completely frightening behavior. So I promised you all that we are going to have some fun. And this is the fun that I wanted to have. So I am going to ask all of you, what are some future awareness days that Megan might rebrand as personal triumphs? So I'm going to leave that up to you. You guys tell me what you all think. Oh, thank you, Carol. Carol's asking if people in the chat, if you could please hit that like button, I would appreciate it greatly. It actually boosts a lot in the algorithm and promotes the live stream. And you know what, everybody, I I'm sure well, I don't know that you guys saw, but I hit 50K and actually my numbers since I hit 50K have been going up really fast. So there are a lot of new people that are starting to watch the channel. So I appreciate all of the people that have been here and all of the people that have newly joined. It's very exciting. Yay. Yep, absolutely. Oh, Lizzie B, thank you for gifting a membership. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Marilyn from Missouri. Bobo says they both are narcissistic individuals using charity. I'm going to say allegedly because I think there were times that I've made statements like that, and well, I did end up saying allegedly, but I get worried. Um, I get worried about that, Kristen. World Beige Awareness Day. That is a perfect day for Megan. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna say, I have a couple that I thought about. I'm gonna say National Honesty Day. In a world full of lies, be your own truth. That's what I think Megan would do. I could totally see that. Oh, Lizzie, I would be so excited to get to 100K. The twins just did that yesterday. And isn't it wild that the twins and I hit these milestones in the same week? It's so exciting. Like, I think all of us are going to have that memory that I hit 50K and they hit 100K. It's amazing. Giant man pants day. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Authentic People Day, posted by Esther says, "What about World Kindness Day?" And that, I think that's an actual day on November 13th. And the caption maybe is, "Remember to be kind, especially when people are jealous of your light." And I think she might even reference her engagement interview. Um, that, all she ever wanted, it wouldn't make sense if he wasn't kind. "I'm a real person." Day, Karen says. Oh my goodness. She will claim Halloween, Teaspoon says. Yeah, she's definitely frightening. Definitely frightening. Nancy says, "I agree about the conflict between their stage presence reality versus this video. Trying to reconcile the contrast is another example of how they harm mental health of people around them." And Nancy, to add to that, as we're talking about it, it just came to me. Wouldn't you save the happy parts for the public and have the conflict behind closed doors? And that's why it doesn't make sense. I think that's another thing that we're all picking up on, that it's inauthentic because we saw what it was like when they came there. So it could be that. Boho Chic says, "Find your joy day." Megan should be the spokesperson for that. Carol says, "I'm a mom day." IVF Housebark says, "Flower Sprinkles Day." That's a good one. World Cosplay Day. Steve says, "Backyard Ghost" says, "Organic People Day." Oh my goodness. "I'm so authentic day." Oh, did I miss Carol's? Carol, I think so. Oh, yeah. So Lizzie's saying that she would rebrand Mother's Day. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I really like that, Penelope. It is nice to be important, yet it is important to be nice. Skylab says, "I love Corn Dogs Day." Oh my good. Authenticity Day. Margaret says, "Elevate with Mint Day." Just I'm relatable day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, backyard. 11-year-old day. When I was 11 years old. Yeah. Courtney. Oh, goodness. Seal clap day. I love it. I loved it. Oh my goodness. What about, oh, I got it. I got it. Boss's day, because she's such a good boss. She's such a good boss that people stay in her, would you say employ for a long amount of time. Yeah. National Yet Day, Lizzie says. Sprinkle Day, National Flower Sprinkle Day, Duolingo Day. That's a good one. That's a good one. Dish Soap Day, Bobo says. Jam Day. Yeah. Bronzer Day, Anna says. Cosplay Royals Day. Yep, they leave her, being a boss. National Hypocrisy Day, I love it. I Believe in Myself Day, Employee Unappreciation Day, very, very good. Oh, okay, I have one, but I'm gonna wait and see if you guys say it. She would totally do an as ever day if she could. Oh, wouldn't you? Wouldn't she love it if her brand became a national holiday? Yeah, Nothing to Prove Day. That's a good one. The Power of Yet Day, Karen says. Contradiction Day, National Hugging Day. I love it. I love it. Full Body Goosebump Day. Backyard Ghost says, Oh, Diana Day. Yeah. There's one I had in mind that I thought you all would say, um, but I'm waiting to see if you'll all say it. Nothing to Prove Day. Yep. Name drop and exploit all my friends day. That okay. So while you're all doing this, I'm going to show you, let me share my screen because I wanted to talk a little bit about this. Um, let's share my screen. Okay. So this article came out in the Daily Mail and let me remove that comment, and it's talking about how Harry and Meghan were going uh doing different things after the red carpet experience or appearance. Well, I'm going to say it was an experience. As Everyday Harlow says, anti shower day, yeah, Griff day, everyone loves me day, girl boss day, ghost a friend day. Oh, sorry, Father's Day. Oh my goodness, she would definitely try to claim that one too. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So earlier in that day when they were in New York, Harry and Meghan, they both went out with Serena Williams. So it says that here. And I wonder if we have pictures of that. Let's see. Let me see what this looks like on your screen. Okay, it looks good. Let's scroll through these pictures. So this is them at their different events. There's a video. Oh goodness. Okay, so there's not a lot of footage, I guess, of them going solo. So I'm gonna have to dig some of that footage up just to see what exactly um, they were wearing and what they were doing. But I wanted to talk about how how do I say it? How suspicious it is to me that they went out with Serena Williams. And the reason I say that, and I'm thinking in terms of narcissistic dynamics. If Harry is one foot out the door, if he's really almost done, Megan is gonna do everything she can to reel him back in. And I made a video about um, her her trying to pull him back. And actually, that video was really popular. It was I posted it 2 days ago. It has like 60, 50 something thousand views. A lot of you wrote a lot of positive comments, and um, you all really liked it. But I think using Serena as strategy, because who better to try to convince your husband to not leave than someone who's your friend? I mean, I don't, if we think Serena, I would think Serena is in quotation marks Megan's friend. And I say that because Megan was talking about Serena before she met Harry. And I don't know if Harry and Serena Williams were ever um, even knew each other prior to Megan. But I just wanted to say that there's it's very suspicious to me that they went out with Serena Williams. Gigi thinks so too. I think I think it was a way to try to bring that honeymoon period back, to have Serena Williams maybe um, influence Harry. I wonder if Serena's husband came, because I don't think, does the article mention that? Let's look. I don't remember them saying. It says Harry and Meghan went their separate ways one day after having lunch with tennis legend Serena Williams in New York's Soho House. Oh, I forgot that detail. Uh, oh my goodness. Okay, well, if they were at Soho House, I would imagine Marcus is there too. And see, actually, there it is, you guys. Marcus is playing a similar role, I think, um, trying to reel Harry back. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Serena Williams said this. Megan is a great person, and I think the epitome of strength, the epitome of confidence, the epitome of just selflessness. Girl, really? And the epitome of everything is just her and everything that she's gone through. Okay, that last part doesn't make sense at all. Um, yeah, weird, weird. Let me get caught up on the comments. Let's see. I don't see him leaving quite yet, but that may just be me. Just as Jen says, he needs proper support, I believe, also um, to leave. And I think maybe there's going to be some help from his family. He really needs that if he's going to leave, in my opinion. Um, World Kindness Day, Ruby. Yeah, I think she's going to try to hijack that one. All roads lead back to it's like the yellow brick road. They follow the yellow brick road and always end up at the Soho House. Marcus the handler, the awesome journey says. She got paid so well to say that. Yeah. Yeah. Ivy's asking everyone if you could please like and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. Carol says, "Are we talking about the same person?" Yeah, seriously. Which Megan are you talking about, Serena? Because we don't see that in Megan. We don't see all of those characteristics. The national, yeah, Megan will hijack National Epitome Day, Stockholm Syndrome Day. Yeah. Royal Watcher says, "I don't think he can ever leave because she was very," yeah. This is the scary part. There's she's recorded everything. Yeah. Yeah. Serena is pay to play now too. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, she is. She is. Let's see. Yeah, leaving a narcissist requires an exit plan. Yeah, generally. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. How far behind? I'm not too behind. Megan is me, Day Harlow says. Priyanki says, "I just learned that Marcus was there when they had the Halloween get." Yes, they did with Eugenie and Jack. Yeah, he was there. And actually, what I've noticed the last couple of days, there are some stories coming out, and a lot of them are. Let me see if I can actually navigate to them. Um, let's see. Were they under M plus or were they under? Let's see. Sorry that I'm scrolling fast, everybody. Okay, so here's one of them. There's been a lot of talk about what they did at Princess Eugenie's wedding, and we all know what it is, announcing their pregnancy. And then there was another article, and I think that one, okay, and then there's talk about, so they're talking a lot about the baby shower and the pregnancy announcement. So there's this article also that just came out, and then let's go here to Royals. And I think it says, see, okay, we saw that one just now. We saw the baby shower too. We just saw this one. There was one more. Oh, this is another one to talk about. There's so many videos to make about Megan right now. I've made a video about this one where Megan tells Harry, you need to take advantage. Well, I can't find it, but there was another article about Megan and um, Megan and announcing the pregnancy at Princess Eugenie's wedding. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I want to thank you all for being here. I am gonna go now to Royal Daily Tea's channel. Do you all know Royal Daily Tea? Let me see if can anybody, can any of the mods drop it in the comments? The link to Michelle's. I'm gonna see if I can do it too. Um, In fact, here's what I'll do. I will share this one. Let's see. I have to do this. There it is. Okay. So this is where I'm going next. It's Royal Daily Teas um, live stream, and I hope I see you all there. I'm excited to continue these conversations with all of you. Oh, Tessie, thank you so much. Sorry I missed you. I hope you're doing well, and thanks for being here. And yeah, I'm so excited to have spent this time with you. Thank you for the meaningful conversation, and watch out for the next video where I will be talking about this ridiculousness, the inappropriateness, and what it what some ways that you may have experienced these in your own lives. So, thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.